Thank you. My presentation title is A Brand New Application of Elixir and Pelemay, Real-Time High-Resolution Satellite Image Processing. My name is Susumu Yamazaki. Call me ZACKY. My Twitter, GitHub, and Gmail account are ZACKY1972. I'm an associate professor and the leader of the Large Social Implementation Research Center at the University of Kitakyushu. I'm a co-author of Pelemay and a co-organizer of ElixirConf JP. I've attended since 2019. I'm from far, far away Japan. I'm here. Here is Japan, Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu. I'm here. Honshu and Kyushu. Here is Kitakyushu. I'm here. I'll introduce prologue of this presentation. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Tang ta tang ta 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 tang ta 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 tang tang. It is a period of outer space. A commercial spaceship launching from CCAFs has won its first victory against the force of the Earth's gravity. During the launching, two enterprises managed to conduct secret plans to the Japanese ultimate satellite, SAR Satellites, an observation system with enough power to survey the entire Earth. Purchased by the enterprise engineers, Mr. Takayama races home aboard his vehicle, a promoter of the plans that can save all people and restore safety to the Earth. Then, who is Mr. Takayama? He is the CEO of Minstra, a company that has the philosophy change structures of the space industries from the region, make the outer space more fun and interesting. He has organized many projects on outer space, including ALMA telescope, which is a radio telescope placed in Atacama, HTV, which supplies the replaced to resource to the space station, and promoting foundation of business on utilizing of outer space. Currently, he is contacting to create the Asia first spaceport and city, and then a new market and ecosystem centered on the port in Oita, Kyushu, Japan. He has proposed joint research on utilizing satellites to me. What is SAR satellites? SAR means synthetic aperture radar. They observe the Earth's surface by microwave, not by radiant ray. A radar pulse is transmitted from antenna to the ground. The radar pulse is scattered by the ground, targets back to the antenna. Because SAR is an active sensor, unlike an optical passive sensor, they can observe the Earth's surface even at nighttime when the sun doesn't reach. Microwave transmitted by them also passes through even cloud, unlike radiant rays. How much observation power do SAR satellites have? SAR satellite can observe always the Earth's surface, even at nighttime, and are bad weather due to above mentioned their own principle. Since perspective, one of Japanese enterprise will deploy 25 SAR satellites, which can identify a 1 to 3 meter square object on the Earth's surface. GeoEye-1 and WorldView 2 SAR satellites of USA can identify a 50 centimeter square object on the Earth's surface. IQPS, another of Japanese enterprise, will deploy 36 satellites that can take photographs of almost any point in the world within 10 minutes and conduct fixed point observation at particular area once every 10 minutes. Amazing! What apps will be expected? These applications are expected. More detail. I'll explain two applications. The first application is physical distribution management for tourism. I'm here. Here is a common area. There are many tourist attractions in the common area. First, history. The end of Battle of the Genpei War at Danmora. The duel at Ganryujima. Kokurajo. Nagasaki Kaido, a road across Kyushu from Kokura to Nagasaki. World Heritage Site of Meiji Restoration. And Albert Einstein visited in 1922. Next, beauty. Tsunoshima Bridge in Shimonoseki. Hotel Nishinagato Resort near Tsunoshima Bridge. Here is public bath in open air. The sunset. Beautiful blossoms. Next, culture. Exciting festivals. Last, venue of ElixirConf JP. ElixirConf JP is held here. Please attend and enjoy it if it will resume. But after the outbreak of coronavirus, tourism has been damaged seriously because of preventing tourists from moving between areas as well as between countries and from dining at restaurants during the tour without any countermeasures against contagion. It will be important to make tourism profitable by making it efficient without reducing its attraction and safety. I hypothesize that transportation during a tour is changed from public one to private one by vehicle. Navigation for tourists smoothly is one of important measure. But gathering personal information by smartphone is not welcome. So I propose smooth navigation by satellites. SAR satellite has a potential to identify all vehicles and obstacles on roads and parking lots observable from the outer space once every 10 minutes, even nighttime and or in bad weather. So it can be realized to implement a traffic control system that can identify congestion on every roads and parking lots using image recognition technology to image from satellites. Of course, it can be realized without any personal information and additional sensors on the road and parking lots. I'd like to be going to make this system integrated with other navigation systems such as Google Maps in future. Next application, disaster preparation and recovery. Sediment disasters are more likely to occur in Japan. See the right figure. The x-axis of it is year. The y-axis of it shows the total flooded area, the total amount of damage caused by the flood, and the ratio. The blue line shows the flooded area of Japan. The green lines show the total amount of damage caused by flood of Japan. And the gray line shows the ratio of the total amount of damage to the total flooded area multiplied by 1,000, and the trend line of it, which represents seriousness of the flood damage. The trend line of seriousness of the flood damage has a positive slope. How serious is a menace of flood damage? This is the street view of Toho small town, Fukuoka, Japan, when the flood damage of a very heavy outbreak of rain that poured in West Japan in 2017, which forced us to pay about $5 billion. You can see the URL. Why is flood damage so serious in Japan? Because rivers in Japan are much more rapid than those in the US and Europe. See the right figure. The x-axis of it is the distance from the estuary. The y-axis is the elevation difference from the estuary. This erupts surround Japanese rivers. Japanese rivers are like waterfalls. This is because the total area of Japanese mountains and hills is 70% of the whole country. In addition, heavy rainfall becomes more likely in recent years. See the right figure. The x-axis of it is year, and y-axis of it the frequency of rainfall over 50 millimeters per hour in Japan. The blue line shows the frequency for each year, and the red line shows the trend line of it. The frequency of heavy rainfall has been increasing. So flooding has become more likely in Japan in recent years, though flood control has been developed. Then what can satellites support for solving the flood issues? We can find out where there might have been a landslide by following step. First, take picture of place with potential heavy rain according to the weather forecast before the heavy rainfall. Second, Take pictures of the place again during and after the heavy rainfall. The last, find image difference of the photo before and after the heavy rainfall. Very easy. All we have to do is to do it in time. What is outcome that is expected? Such a system to detect sediment-related disaster every time, even in nighttime and or in bad weather, can notify the damage caused by flood quickly to the disaster countermeasure office, may find houses buried under sand and mud quickly to rescue people from it, and enables quick and accurate recovery planning by the disaster countermeasure office. We can obtain many benefits by it as a result. I propose the integration. Usually, physical distribution management for tourism. In emergency, disaster preparation and recovery. That's a brand new application, real-time, high-resolution satellite image processing. I'll build an ecosystem using satellites that enables the proposed apps as well as other useful apps to be developed. By the way, how will they be related to Elixir? Because we need more power. Suppose to utilize full potential of SAR satellites, surface area of the Earth is 510 million and 100,000 square kilometers. If the resolution of SAR satellite is supposed to be 50 centimeter, the number of the pixels of the image of the entire Earth will be 2 quadrillion, 4 trillion, and 400 billion. This equals to approximately 246 million 4K images. The memory size of raw data of it will be several petabytes, which equals to several thousand terabytes. Such huge images may come every 10 minutes from satellites, too huge to transmit it, processed, and memorized, even if using supercomputers. So, current available computational power in entire world is not enough to utilize the full potential of satellites. So I propose to limit the potential of satellites within limited local area when observing usually, for example, the common area. The common area is about 1,200 square kilometers. Limit and I propose limit it within some areas as large as the usual observing area when observing in emergency. In order to realize the system with limited available computer resources, still it requires quite large computational power. Then a new hope, Elixir and Pelemay. What's Pelemay? Pelemay is a native compiler for Elixir which generates SIMG instructions. It has a plan to generate for GPU code. Here is GitHub URL. Current Pelemay's version is 0.0.13. Supported platforms are x86-64 and ARM, Mac OS, Linux, and NURBS, Elixir 1.9 to 1.10, and OTP 20 to 2022. See the upper right figure, which shows sample source code using Pelemay. Here is importing Pelemay. This section will be compiled and optimized by Pelemay. See the lower right figure, which shows an additional description to mix EXS. How much effective is Pelemay? Pelemay makes Elixir much faster. See the right figure. This shows speed-up ratio of the benchmark by Pelemay to enum, which is measured by Benchfera. The speed-up ratio of integer calculation, float calculation, and string replacement by Pelemay are 2.25, 4.48, and 3.85 times to enum. Furthermore, it has more potential to make Elixir much faster if now going research and development will be completed. A new Hope, Elixir, and Pelemay. Because Elixir has enough potential to process concurrency for transmission, and Elixir and Pelemay will provide enough parallel computation for processing. Then how will Elixir and Pelemay process and transmit such two huge images? Oh, it's time to be continued. Look forward to my next presentation. Feel free to contact me. Thank you.